Now, I learned this trick way back in the day from a man so musty that I had to ride around for 5 days with my windows down in the middle of winter just to get the funk out. But here's the trick right here. Yeah. Mr. Everything's the name. Can't do change in the game. Doing my thing in my own lane. Every time you see me, I'm hitting them switches. Sliding through with something super vicious. Who is this? Mr. Everything's the name. Can't do change in the game. Doing my thing in my own lane. Every time you see me, I'm hitting them switches. Sliding through with something super vicious. Who is this? What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Everything bringing y'all lowriders and horsepower, you dig? Rain, sleet, hail, snow, or shine, nothing, and no one stops the grind, not even the haters on the sidelines. Today, I'm in the Challenger, because it's all about the Challenger today. Last week, supposed to get them lug nuts off and everything so I can slap the brakes on. Couldn't do it because I had some bad lug nuts, but went ahead, got some, you know what I mean, and go ahead and hit that like button, you know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but if you have, thank you very kindly. All right, now, got a set of lug nuts for this thing. Now, typically, these are like $6.99 a piece at all the auto parts stores. They might be, 20, 30, 40 cents cheaper somewhere, but not that much more than that. And I found all 4 of these things, which I need 4, so I found these for that same price as one, you know what I mean? So now I'm about to go ahead and get them things thrown on. Now, as soon as I pull up in this thing, it get the raining real hard, you know what I mean? But that ain't gonna stop nothing. That's why I always say rain, sleet, hail, snow, or shine, nothing, and no one stops the grind. Not even the haters on the sidelines, because even the bad weather can't stop it from, you know what I mean, the task from getting done, you dig? All right, still sprinkling out here a little bit, but there go the new lug nuts on there. Those other 2 was good anyway, so about to get on into it, you know. Alright, got the tire, and wheel, and everything off. Now it's time to get that caliper off and get those old pads off. Ooh, it's time for some rotors too, man. Alright, so before I take everything off 100%, get a look at those pads. These are just the regular calipers on this RT Challenger. This is not the Brembos. If you have Brembo brakes, then you will have definitely a bigger pad. And I think they should have put that on all the Challengers. But anyway, here we go. That's what it looked like. Matches up to the pad that's on there already. So before you get to taking stuff off, make sure that your pads match. Got the hardware also that comes with it. Fits right down in here and up top. That's what holds the pads in. So you can replace it or choose not to. I know old school style. A lot of older cats I knew when they would take off new pads, sometimes they would just take a little file and just clean off the dust in there and put the new ones on. But I plan to go ahead and put the new ones on. That's why they put it in there. All right, I'm letting you know right now, you're going to need a socket and a wrench. That's why I got my adjustable, good old adjustable, because you're going to need it to be able to hold one side and loosen one side. So this one here will stay steady, and then you'll loosen up with the socket. So if you don't do it like that, it's gonna keep on spinning. And the socket I'm using is a 15mm. Now some people will only take off the bottom screw and basically, like flip it up, take the pads out. But I'm guaranteeing you, if you let your brakes go all the way down like I did, if you can look and see that piston is all the way out, you dig? So you're gonna have to press that all the way back in, so you need to take both screws out. And you can hang the caliper up right here. Some people use some little fancy clips and all that. I don't got all that. I'm just finna do these pads and be done with it. All right, this inside pad. I say it was done. I said it had a good run, you know. Almost at the point of completely breaking off from that base, but hey, we still got the front, don't we? And here's the outside. One side is always gonna look a little bit better. It's typically the one with the piston, which is the inside, is usually gonna be worse. And then sometimes, depending on how your setup is, if something is going bad between the caliper and the rotor is really warped, then you could have both of them that's really bad and jacked up, like the 300 is, but I'm not gonna show y'all that today. Now, I never really paid attention to this, but it says to get the best performance out of your brakes, we recommend avoiding aggressive braking for the first 125 miles. So we're gonna try that. Unless somebody tries you while you out, then those rules happen to go out. And hopefully I've already got that 125. No, don't quote me on that. I'm just playing. All right, these little shims that they come with, the brake kit that I got comes with everything. So it literally just pulls up out of there real easy. It's basically what the brakes sit in to slide back and forth. You know, and the piston presses out. So it sits just like that. Take them on out nice and easy. Put the new setup in there. Yeah. Alright, so if you look at these here, it's two different sizes. If you look at the old set of shims, it's wider. So whoever made these probably partied pretty hard the night before, you know. So we're not gonna use them because they're not gonna fit. Trust me, I already looked at it and seen that the gap is way too narrow on the new one. So we're gonna use these old things. I don't know how true it is because everybody has a different way to work on their vehicles, but I like to do this sometime. Seeing that you're gonna be pressing the piston back, there could be fluid so where the caliper is. So I'll go ahead and take this cap off, the brake fluid, so that when you're pressing the caliper back in place, whatever fluid is in the line as it's getting pushed back up, typically it'll make it to where whatever air is there will come up with the cap off. Now, don't quote me on it 100%, but I ain't been wrong yet. So typically, as you pressing that caliper back into place, you're gonna get some, you could get some air coming back and stuff bubbles, you know, the fluid coming back as you pressing it back. So I don't know, but that's just what I do, you know. Now, I learned this trick way back in the day from a man so musty that I had to ride around for 5 days with my windows down in the middle of winter just to get the funk out. But here's the trick right here. You put the C-clamp on with an old brake pad. You could put an old piece of wood, whatever's flat. You do it just like this, tighten it down. And so you'll go ahead and twist this in the tightening direction, and that's what's going to press that piston back into place. Now, if the piston does not press back in, now you have a caliper problem. You could either choose to bleed it and it might go back down, or if it stays stuck out and does not move, then you have a locked up caliper. But this one here, that's what we about to do, tighten it on down. All right, that's what it's looking like. You got that piston pressed back in. And just like one of these pieces didn't fit for the pads that came with the pads, sometimes one pad is harder to put in than the other. Your best bet is to get a file, or you could go the cheap way, get a flathead screwdriver and just scrape some of the gunk out of the little tunnels right here, top and bottom, and then the pad should fit in, because the inside pad was a little harder to put on. So it's on everything. All I gotta do is tighten it down and on to the other side. All right, I don't know how y'all do it. She's back down now, so I do the star pattern, basically up, down, there, 5-star. Some people do it and they tighten them on like this. Not a good idea, but hey, everybody does their own thing. Just showing y'all how I do it. All right, on to the right side. Ain't finna show the whole process. Did the other side, but that's the inside. No, that one was bad, but it ain't as bad as the other side. And this is the outside one. So definitely past their prime. And definitely rotors both sides next time. The piston pressed back in just right on this side, so everything's cool to go back on, you know. Alright, right side all done. Definitely was a little bit harder than the left side, but I'm glad it's done. Now look at this. Y'all thought I was joking when I say rain, sleet, hail, snow, or shine, nothing, and no one stops to grind. Not even the haters on the sidelines. Look, it's snowing. So, gotta go here. Man, it look like it's light hail, because that stuff is sticking. It ain't no regular snow. I'm putting this cap back on. Look at that. You see that? That ain't no regular snow. Let me close this hood on up here. I'll holler at y'all. Lowrider's still alive and kicking. Hadn't started her up in almost a week, so just letting her warm up, y'all. Alright everybody, well I hope you all enjoyed that video. I would take it on a little test drive to see how good the brakes are, but in the driveway I just went forward and back and you know a couple times to make sure, and everything is stopping good so far, but I'll find out on the way to the tire shop tomorrow, because I'm gonna have to put on those tires sooner than later. As I was taking the let me see, was that the driver to pass? As I was taking the passenger side rear off, poke my finger in. So when you see metal, that's a sign that you need to go right to the tire shop. Don't avoid it. So I'm gonna have them tires up in the back, and so that's gonna be the next mission for this thing. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Might do something to the lowrider next video, because I know y'all like to see it, but today had to be about the Challenger. Till next time, rain, sleet, hail, snow, or shine, nothing, and no one stops to grind. Not even the haters on the sideline. I am Mr. Everything, bringing y'all lowriders and horsepower. Till next time, I'm out.